Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we're going to take a look at Chapter 1 of Doron Dororon. As usual, we'll have a short spoiler-free section, and then we'll get into the spoilery details. So, I think we can all take a breath of relief. It looks like Doron Dororon is now in it for the long haul. It's got over the hump where the apparent childishness of the series was holding it back, and it's solidly on the charts. So, hopefully, we'll be seeing a lot more chapters. So now we have a character building and world building chapter where we get a closer look and we get that new character that was introduced in the last chapter fleshed out more, and we get a peek at what some of the more powerful Mononoke are doing. There is, of course, in this chapter, there's one thing. It's not a disappointment, but it's the first time we see a awkward or unrealistic relationship moment between one of the main characters, but I'm joking, half joking. We'll get there. So anyway, that's done with the spoiler-free section. Let's get on to the spoilers. So you have plenty of time to click away. I'll tell you to go check out the links below the video to check out a copy of my book, Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, or Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. And if you feel like crying your eyes out, you can also go check out Dying Embers, Dragons, Alien, and Things That Go Boom in the Night. All links are below the video. All right, so we find out that the hyper-powerful and super cautious Tora is a senior officer, and this causes some awkwardness for our beloved Doron Kusanagi, because Dora, he was raised right by his mama according to the finest Japanese traditions. That means he has sort of an built-in hesitancy for fraternization between officer levels. He has a bit too much respect for a position, and he has to get over that before they can communicate. Now, the unrealistic part. So we have an interesting conversation where you had Kusanagi. So we find out that in previous chapters that Dora himself does not watch rom-coms, but Kusanagi, being the soft little marshmallow that he is, loves a good rom-com and has thoroughly imbibed all of the memes about human behavior. And so when it comes right down to it, Kusanagi basically, in his cheerful, enthusiastic way, calls out to the fact that now Tora has a massive crush on Dora. And this is done in a way that both lampshades and uses straight up a classic shonen trope. So there are certain shonen tropes. People who wake up and they're basically half sleepwalking. They wake up and they're so tired that they don't remember what happens while they're asleep. But in this case, Kusanagi, the little Mononoke who's observing this weird human behavior, just comments on it. He basically straight up says to Natora, he says, "You've got this, I'm rooting for you. But don't worry, he's half asleep anyway, so he won't remember any of this." And that is how Natora finds out that Dora knows about her crush on... That is how Natora finds out that Kusanagi knows about her crush on Dora. I'm bad with names and applying the right names. But anyway, Kusanagi is enthusiastic about this. He is watching out a real-life rom-com before his very eyes, and he's cheering his new friend on. Now, here's what I half-jokingly called the unrealistic part. So Dora has, in his obtuse, sweet way, completely trespassed on something that a lot of friend groups don't talk about. When someone in a friend group gets a new love interest in real life and in an exaggerated form in manga, there are certain things that people don't address that they probably should, like how the new person will be, how the new significant other will be taking up a significant portion of the friend's time, and how that jealousies can arise. Even if you are generally just BFFs, you can be really, really jealous of your friend's new love interest. And instead of letting these fester and be silent tension between the two characters, they just outright talk about it. And they're like, I totally get it. It's great when more people love the same person. So it's like an embrasure of your crush's friends, an embrasure of your friends' crushes. Embrasure is probably not the right word. An embracing of. And these two characters are very adult and mature about this, and even though they're both excited and giddy, they discuss it in a calm, collected manner and come to the conclusion that the more the merrier. And while this is no doubt how this conversation should go in real life, more often than not, it's just a bunch of quiet stressing and teeth grinding while you adjust to the fact that you're getting less of your friend's time and getting more of the love interest time. It isn't always an equivalent exchange for that. So in real life, in my experience, people just kind of quietly sigh and grit their teeth. In mature cases and in immature cases, they'll actively try to sabotage the relationship. So that was a fun bit of wholesome storytelling done in a way that you usually don't see in shonen manga. So I enjoyed it, even if it was a little relationship-y for me. Okay, then we get a training montage. We get some more character development. They use this healthy relationship between Kusanagi and Naotora to illustrate how certain other samurai are not at this level of emotional maturity. Then we flash back to what the Mononoke are doing. It's nefarious, of course. And we have got a very peculiar looking Mononoke today. It took me a while to figure out what he was. And more mysteries are raised. All in all, it was a fun chapter. I enjoyed reading it. It made me eager for the next chapter. It wasn't a super exciting chapter. It is a world-building chapter, the necessary bread to hold the sandwich together. So, but what did you think, my friends? Was this a solid place-holding chapter? What did you think of the emotional reaction between Kusanagi and Naotora? And I'm sorry for getting those names mixed up. It probably made the video a little bit confusing, but hey, if you're watching this video, you read the chapter, you know what I'm talking about. Hit that like and subscribe button. Do leave a comment telling me what you think. I'd love to hear, and peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans are weird. We took a vote, and humans are weird. I have the data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.